Hi, ladies. Thank you for being here in Far Above Rubies today. If no one has told you yet, you are valued and you are loved and you are a cherished daughter of the King. Today we're looking at Proverbs chapter 13 and we're going to talk about the value of finding and becoming a mentor. Verse 20 of this chapter says that he who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. No matter where we are in a relationship with God, we can and we need to incorporate having mentors and being mentors into our life. Continually in the book of Proverbs, we see references to accepting words of wisdom and correction. Well, Solomon's not talking to small children in this book, as we can see from the subject matter that he deals with. He's reminding us as adults that we should never reach a place in our walk with God where we become unteachable. It doesn't matter how long you've known Jesus. It doesn't matter how long you've been in ministry. You need to find a well-respected, godly woman that you can allow to speak into your life. Now, for most of us in this group, that's going to be our pastor's wife or a minister's wife in our church. And we're going to look at a few key points in searching for, finding, and having a relationship with a mentor. One, you need to look at the fruit that they bear. Are they the kind of godly woman that you want to be like, you want to become, you want to emulate their life? Number two, understand that your mentor is not necessarily going to be your BFF. You're not necessarily going to have slumber parties and braid each other's hair. No, this is a woman that you can have lunch with, have coffee with, especially if this is going to be your pastor's wife. Understand, remember, she loves you, but she's also mentoring maybe 10 or 15 or more other young women in your church. So this is going to be about the amount of quality time you spend together, not the quantity of time you spend together. Number three, when you're with your mentor, don't explode your problems all over them every single time you get together. Most of the time, being with your mentor is going to be about gleaning wisdom and strength from being with them. There are going to be times where it's appropriate to unburden your heart, especially when you're struggling with something, and be vulnerable and honest and open with them about what's going on in your life. And lastly, number four, when you've chosen this woman, you have to accept the words that she speaks into your life. When they're done in love and with wisdom, you need to accept the correction that she speaks into your life. It's hard. It's hard for us to swallow, for us to digest, for us to take into our hearts when somebody else, especially someone that's maybe near our age or someone that we have been friends with for a long time, it's hard for us to accept correction from them. But when you have chosen that, yes, I respect this woman of God and I would like her to be my mentor, you have to take the words of correction, take them into your heart, and take your hurt feelings and go talk with Jesus, because 9 times out of 10, what she's speaking into your life is something you need to hear. Proverbs 13 and 18 says, "Poverty and shame will come to him that disdains correction, but he who regards a rebuke or correction will be honored." To those of us who are ministers' wives or pastors' wives, sometimes it can be really hard to find that woman that can be our mentor and we can be vulnerable with, we can be transparent with, but it's really imperative that we do. Again, our mentor may not be someone that we spend a lot of time with, but the technology that we have today, that we're all enjoying right now in this moment, means that we can connect with other pastors' wives and ministers' wives across the country and across the world. We can create mentoring relationships by connecting with women who have been in ministry longer than we have. If they've not been, or if they've been the same amount of time that we have, they can be an accountability partner. We can keep each other accountable, but we need to connect with someone who's been in ministry longer than we have, who has seen more ups and downs and rocky roads than we have, and can walk us through those times in our life. We also have to be willing, again, when you're in leadership or authority, it's hard to humble yourself and accept correction, but we have to be willing to accept correction from our mentor. I didn't choose my mentor, the woman who speaks into my life. She chose me, and she has chosen to speak into my life, and I've chosen to allow that because she has been in ministry much longer than I have. I respect her. She's a godly woman. She's someone I want to be like. And there have been times where she has told me, you know what? Your attitude and your spirit in this situation are wrong, and you need to check it. And I took my hurt little bruised ego, and I went and talked with the Lord, And he pointed out to me that what she was saying was exactly what I needed to hear. And after he humbled me, I had to go back to her and say, thank you for being real with me and being honest with me and helping to shape my life and my ministry for the better. We need to find mentors. And then, ladies, as we begin to find mentors, we need to become mentors. We need to find young women that are new to their faith or young women that have been in ministry less time than we have, and we need to example godly, mature, Christian love for them. Your challenges for today are to read Proverbs chapter 13, share something below that stood out to you, anything that spoke to you in that chapter. And 2, I want you to pray and ask God to put someone in your life, both that can mentor you and another one in your life that you can begin to mentor. And then I want you to reach out to a couple of women today who might fit that description. Mentoring relationships do not happen overnight. We have many examples of them in the Bible. We have Elijah and Elisha. We have Moses and Joshua, Paul and Timothy. The list could go on and on. Those relationships happen over time. So begin to build healthy relationships with the godly women around you and ask God to create those mentor and mentoree relationships for you. I love you. I hope you all have a beautiful day and enjoy this devotional time. This is the highlight of my day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.